These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Redskins. Fielded about a yard deep. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't. Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Redskins. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Everybody, 32's the mic.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
47. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Prescott looks to throw on first. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Danny. Watch the ship. Watch the 154. Watch the ship.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 47. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Here we go. 26.
Here's Prescott. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Check. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
A first down carry for Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 49ers 45-yard line.
Here we go. Go right in. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Here we go. Kill. No. Check that. We got 2 right here. 52. Check pass. Hey, Mike 52. Don't let him breathe. Here we go. 47. 26.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time.
At their own 41-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, tight.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. To throw, it's Allen. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, You've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Throwing is Allen on third. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Check 26. Chill, chill. 26. 26.
Here's Prescott. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Forced out to it. Oh, Prescott stripped. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Alert. Check the heart rate.
They keep it with Penny on 1st down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage.
14-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Let's go, defense. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Alert! 51. I got one. 51 the mic, boy. 51. I'm trying to collect.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. DK Metcalf, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but
He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now Saquon Barkley. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check 13. Check 13. 47.
Now it's Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Come on, D. 47. Mike, 55. Check, 50. Here we go. Mike, 5-5. Mike, 26.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And Rosas puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards on the pickup.
Pardon, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second down, here's Penny. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
You got tape. You got tape. 51, Mike 51. Hey, Orbit. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Hey, Foxtrot.
51's the Mike, boy, 51.
Time.
Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
Middle.
Now Allen. That's complete to Slayton. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First down, San Francisco.
51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off.
Hey, Delta.
Let's get off the field. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike.
Monday.
From midfield, here's Allen. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Kill.
On 52.
51, Mike 51.
Pilot, 64. Weak.
Tighten up. Showing up.
They go back to the ground now with Penny. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong.
First down, and they're going to throw without it. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Right there, 56. Let's go. I got motion. Mike 56.
Alert.
Let's go. Pick that.
Penny, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Regular.
Now it's Penny running right. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And it's third down.
Middle. Alert! Pass 85, pass 85.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Count. 50, 47. 55.
Know your job.
Back 55.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Too little, catch. We're going to 53. 52, by 52.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Mike 52, Mike 52. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Prescott gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Shit. We're going to 54. Right here. Hey, kill. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? That's it. Watch the pass. Hey, Mike 52. Come with it.
To the air again, Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
At the 39-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Kill. 47. Check, 55, Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 26. Mike by 5. Mike 26.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Parker, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrich Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
It's just me and you.
On play action, Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. First down throw for Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On first down, Barkley. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
We go 4-8. Right there in the middle. 55. It's a party now. 26.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2.
Rush in, kill. 26.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Watch the pass.
Check 52. Check.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he finds Penny.
36.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Turn it out. Watch the safety creep.
On first down, Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check. Crouch. Alert.
Check 24. Check 24.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Now Rashad Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Single. 6-6. Pull it back.
Check.
5 wide.
50 seconds to Mike.
Alert. Right now.
And here's Allen to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Check 43. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide.
Switch.
26.
The toss out to Barkley. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Here we go, 47.
Where's 52? Watch 52. What's wrong? Who's the mic?
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey. No.
They'll run it again with Penny. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Half A5.
56.
Greystone, Travis.
6.
I got him.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ricky. Watch the shit.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
It's our time. He's coming. 47. He's coming. Double up. 26.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 43-yard line.
Mike. Here we go. Check 55. Mike. Defense wins championships, baby. 26.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
27-yard line.
26.
55, Mike 55.
26.
They'll run with Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Out. Here we go, going to 54. Wide in. Here we go, 46. Trump. Mike 55. Mike 55. 3 buzz. 26.
They'll try to throw down. Prescott. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing, Prescott. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. The third down run gets him nothing.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. Rosa's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Brings up second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Middle. Check 24. Watch 24.
Again, it's Penny. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick, and he'll take this back down inside the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 49ers 20-yard line.
Some therapy after this.
The Redskins, they can smell victory now. They take a knee. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way.